Evening, folks. Correction Lost Lifestyle, David Smith here. This video, once again, being shot outside the gym. It's almost midnight. Like I said, it's midnight shift life as well, so it is what it is. I'm just getting out of the gym. Did a good leg workout. Got some video of it as soon as I voice over it, because I have to take it with no sound because they got a radio playing in there, and I don't want to infringe on anybody's copyrights. So as soon as I get that done, I'll post a video of the workout footage. But I wanted to talk to you today about core values. I have some core values that I did for myself when I go to work. I have since realized that the core values apply to my life and not just my work. So to give you a quick synopsis of my core values, it's at the bottom of a pyramid. I have a pyramid for success, and I created it myself, and I've implemented it, and it seems to be working out pretty good for me. I wish I'd have thought of this about 30 years ago. Would have helped me a lot, but I didn't. So I've thought of it now, but I've lived up to these 6 core values pretty much my entire life, and they're deeply instilled in me, and I just thought I'd share them with you. Like I said, they're at the bottom of the pyramid, so they are the foundation for the pyramid. They're the foundation of what I feel is going to get me the success that I eventually want before I retire. So and that success is not necessarily a position, but that success is the respect of my peers, and just an overall sense that I left the department a slight little bit better than when I found it. The core values that I have in place are: number 1, truthfulness. You got to tell the truth. You always got to tell the truth. It doesn't matter if it hurts your feelings, or if it's scary, or if it's something you don't want to tell people. You got to tell the truth. Number 2 is integrity. We had a warden at the prison many years ago who had a famous saying, or I think it's a famous saying anyway, and he wanted all of us to do the right thing at the right time for the right reason. And that's pretty much integrity. Integrity, as I define it, is doing the right thing simply because it's the right thing to do. Don't worry about who's watching. If you can do the right thing when somebody's watching and then go right back to doing the wrong thing when they're not watching, that is the opposite of integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing for the right reason at the right time. Doing right just because it's right. Responsibility. Lou Holst defines responsibility real good. I like his definition so much I'm going to borrow it from him. That is to take personal responsibility for choices you make. He says that life is a series of choices that you make, and I found that to be true. And responsibility is taking personal responsibility for the choices you make. If you do something right, yeah, you did something right. If you do something wrong, you're responsible for that too. Whatever choice you make, take ownership of it. Number 4 is cooperation. You've got to be able to get along with people. If you can't get along with people, then there's really not a business out there for you. You got to be able to get along with people. I take that to a whole other extreme, because we've got shifts where I work, and the shifts need to get along. If this shift is doing one thing and this shift is doing something completely opposite, that doesn't create any continuity. So everybody has to cooperate, everybody has to get along and work together. Okay? Nothing could be truer in real life, but I'll get into that later. That's for another video. That's a long and detailed process there. Number 5 is accountability. Whatever you are entrusted with, take ownership of it. Make sure you can account for it at the end of the day. If you have a budget let's say you have a budget in your job that you have to stay within the means of, and you go outside the means of that budget, don't you think that the bean counters aren't going to hold you responsible for the money that you mishandled? And it would do you real good to handle the money correctly in the first place. Take ownership of it, be accountable for it. Okay, since we're talking about money, seeing as how money is responsible for just about everything in this world, taking ownership of your personal finances, taking ownership of the family finances, this, that, and the other. That is going to benefit you more greatly than you could ever know. And it took me a long time to figure that one out, but I finally have a handle on it. And the last one is fairness, treating everybody equally as equals. And I know that sounds redundant, but just hear me out, okay? I'll go into further on fairness as I see it, treating everybody equally as equals, and how that applies to real life later. But let's just say, as a supervisor, whatever business you're in, you go in and you treat everybody the same. You treat everybody equal. Yet you spend 20% more time talking to this team of people or this person than you do everybody else. And while you have treated everybody equally, you have not treated them equally as equals, because you should be able to spend equal time with everybody that works for you, or that everybody you work with. That being said, it goes right back to, well, we're friends on the street. Well, you need to leave your home life at home and your work life at work. I said that in the very first video. You got to leave your home life at home, leave your work life at work. Always remember, those 6 core values will get you through a setback. Because the first person you got to tell the truth to when you're telling the truth, first person you got to tell the truth to is yourself. Hey, I messed up. Whoops. My bad. I messed up. Then you got to do the right thing. The right thing is to blame who? You. Not anybody else. You messed up. Take personal responsibility for the choice you make. You can either make a choice to sit in self-pity and wallow and all this, that, and the other, or you can make a choice to, hey, I'm going to do better next time. I'm going to learn from this, and I'm going to do better next time. Cooperation. Ask somebody for help. How hard is that? Ask somebody for help. Cooperate. Get along with folks. If you get along with folks, there will be a line of people lined up behind you, behind this person that you asked for help, waiting to help you because they finally know that you need it. Accountability. Take accountability for what's yours. The failure's yours. The failure's yours. But it doesn't have to be a failure. The truest failure is to never try. I've told my kids that since they were born. The truest way to fail is to never try. But the best way to recover is to learn from your failure and get on with it. And of course, fairness is another thing entirely. 6 core values: truthfulness, integrity, responsibility, cooperation, accountability, and fairness. Next few videos that I'm going to post, the workout videos, are going to be talking about each one of these core values and how it can possibly be related to your life and how it can help you. And on that note, this is David Smith, Correctional Officer Lifestyle. I'll see you next time.